Last night, I did a review for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and you can just tell the difference is night and day based off of how I'm feeling right now, based off of my posture, my aura, my energy. After last night's show, I was pumped. I was energetic. I wanted to do something. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 left me happy. It left me excited. It left me wanting more. I was in a good mood, just a great mood. I was ready for more. And then SummerSlam happened. And I'm the complete opposite. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And quite frankly, I want to go to bed. So why don't I do you all a favor and not make this podcast, this broadcast, this show 6 hours? Welcome to your boy Alyx Man's SummerSlam 2017 review and results. I am here to talk about the matches, the outcomes, and give you my overall thoughts. And right now, I got one question to WWE. I just got one question. I'm going to ask this question, and hopefully I get an answer. Why are your shows so freaking long? Good freaking God, I can't do this no more. I can't. Look, WrestleMania is probably going to be 7 hours, if not 8 hours again. It was long enough. It was long enough. 7 hours is way too long for any show. Football, basketball, awards, not even regular TV shows go that long. And they shouldn't go that long. Okay? Good God. WWE seriously needs to cut out these 6 hour, 7 hour, 5 hour even shows. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. There has to be somebody who's listening to me, to the audience. If you don't catch anything, I don't care if people love the show. I don't care if people hate the show, whatever. The one thing that you need to understand, 6 hours is too much. More is not better. Less is more. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn showed us. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn has told us, has shown us, and not just Brooklyn, but every takeover that NXT has done. Less is more. People would appreciate your shows if they were just, in this case, 3 hours shorter. Okay? Jesus flipping Christ. Why would any fan pay to watch this show twice? We watched it because we're crazy. I'm crazy enough to watch this show because I have to do a review on it because I love you guys and I want to entertain you. But it gets to a point where enough is enough. And then tomorrow, I got to wake up tomorrow and watch a 3 hour Raw and then a 2 hour SmackDown. I'm going to be so tired of seeing WWE. It's no wonder people take breaks. It's no wonder people stop watching you after SummerSlam. It's too much. It's too much. Please cut back on these long-ass shows. Let's go ahead and get into the actual card. Let's talk about the pre-show because I was crazy enough to sit through it, which honestly, thinking back, was a waste of time. We had the Miz Taraj take on the Hardys and Jason Jordan. I don't understand how General Manager Kurt Angle can allow his own son to wrestle on the pre-show. Also realize this, the Hardys, who at one point were the hottest act in WWE, especially when they returned for WrestleMania, now that nostalgia feel that they had, it's done. It's gone. Nobody cares about them anymore. They're on the pre-show. Even WWE's given up. So they need to figure out something real quick. I don't care what you do to get back your broken gimmick. I don't care if you just change the name and call it Woken. The Woken Hardys. I don't care what you got to do. You need to bring in this gimmick because I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, Jeff. You are dead as of right now. You got nothing going on for you. You got to figure something out. Just like this match was dead. This match was so pointless. And what made it worse was the fact that nobody was in the arena when it was happening. Nobody was there. Nobody was there. If I was a fan watching this, I would go, why should I care about this match? Nobody's watching it. Why is this match happening? Mr. Raj wins. And then we do the rematch for the Cruiserweight Championship. Akira Tozawa, your champion, taking on Neville. A match that they did on Raw because what idiot would give away a SummerSlam match on Raw? Oh, I know. The same idiot that decided we're going to have Neville lose the belt on Raw so he can win it back at SummerSlam. That's all I got to say. Next. Who cares? Next. The one thing that pisses me off more than anything else about this show was this tag team match. Not because the match sucked. Oh, by all means, it didn't suck. It was great. The second best match of the night. The second best match of the night happened on the freaking pre-show. The Usos versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Why would anybody want these guys to be on the pre-show, let alone anywhere off of any show? You would think after seeing them basically steal the show at Battleground, having the best match at Battleground, they would at least be on the card, right? Maybe not high on the card, but on the card. No, they're on the freaking pre-show. And I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for that main event, this would have been match of the night. This would have been match of the night. This match was great. I was very impressed with Xavier Woods lifting Big E on his shoulders and then slamming him down on one of the Usos. Great back and forth action, great drama spots, great kickouts, great near falls, all of it. It was a great match. The Usos retained. So this feud is going to continue. It's going to continue. I hope their next match is a ladder match or some kind of stipulation. Let's keep this going. These two are awesome. These two teams are killing it, and I want more. More! So we now get into the main card. And by the way, live chat, please keep me updated if I get a super chat, because I am looking at the card right now, so I'm not keeping an eye on chat as it is. But if there's a super chat, please let me know. We get to the main card. We open up with John Cena versus Baron Corbin. Now, we all know what happened with Baron Corbin's briefcase. His briefcase, unfortunately, was taken from him on this past episode of SmackDown. Not literally, but he tried to cash in on Jinder Mahal. Cena screwed him out of it, and he lost the briefcase. And I'm thinking, that was bad. It was a very piss poor way to have Corbin lose that briefcase or lose his cash in. I'm thinking they're going to make it up to him. I'm thinking by SummerSlam, he's going to go in and beat the living hell out of Cena. He might not beat him in a match, but he'll at least beat the hell out of him, give him an excuse to leave because he's going away. Cena's going away for a while because he got stuff to do. That's why he was first on the show. That's why John Cena was the curtain jerker here at SummerSlam, which would never, ever happen if this wasn't the case. But I'm thinking he's getting ready to leave. So why not have Baron Corbin either beat him up and call off the match or just win? None of that happened. What we got was John Cena beats Baron Corbin, and that's it. The match itself was very average. What the hell is going on here? Why are we treating our talent like this? I thought we were over this. And here I was giving credit to John Cena thinking, well, John Cena's going to put him over because that's what Cena's been doing. For the last 2 years, John Cena has busted his ass to put people over. So I'm thinking he's going to make Baron Corbin look great. No, he embarrassed the guy. Corbin looked like a freaking chump. And it was so bad that I'm starting to believe that Baron Corbin really does have backstage heat. I didn't believe it at first because the rumors and reports were swirling about him being in trouble for what he said on Twitter, getting into an argument with Dave Meltzer, and just shooting off at the mouth backstage with opinions and just dissatisfaction with his booking, which I get. However, at the same time, he needs to understand that he's not John Cena or a Randy Orton or someone who's special who can get away with that. And if that's the case, sorry to say this, Corbin, but you should have known better. I don't think it's right. I hate that you've basically lost your momentum and you've lost your push. At the same time, though, if this is because of you shooting off at the mouth, you know how WWE works. You really should have just stayed quiet and just gone along with their plan, because you were gonna be champion. I think they had every intention of making you a champion. I don't know what else to say. That sucks for Baron Corbin. Moving on to Natalya versus Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Solid match. I thought both of them went in there, and despite the crowd being quiet for it, they did a pretty decent job. I applaud them. And Natalya beats Naomi. Natalya beats Naomi and becomes your new women's champion. I love that she paid homage to Bret Hart, because 20 years earlier, 1997, Bret Hart won the World Championship by beating The Undertaker. And so 20 years later, Natalya wins the Women's Championship. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I'm shocked that we didn't do a cash in. I was expecting it. I was waiting for it. But I kind of figured they weren't going to do it when they kept telegraphing it. You saw Carmella on the pre-show and backstage waiting. And it really felt like, you know, you guys are really just really making it feel like it's going to happen, which makes me think it's not going to, because you keep showing Carmella. You keep showing Carmella. So I'm thinking it's probably not going to happen. And it didn't happen. So she'll probably cash in on Tuesday, because more people watch SmackDown and Raw than the people who watch the network. It's stupid. But moving on. Oh, God. By far the worst match of the night, which should have been on the pre-show. This match made the show, and not the Usos and New Day. Shark cage match. Enzo Amore suspended above the ring so he can watch Big Show and Big Cass have an awful match. It was a bad match. The crowd was chanting boring. These two do not have good chemistry. They just don't work well together. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and this is one of those cases where it really doesn't work. It didn't help that Enzo Amore just escaped the cage. Yeah, he just slid through that shark cage above them and fell down and started attacking Big Cass. Although he met a big boot, so it didn't really matter. Shark cage was rendered completely meaningless, and Big Cass beat Big Show. It didn't make him look good. Nobody looks good here. Enzo Amore doesn't look good, especially. He looks like a chump. He looks like an idiot. And his promo before the match, where the crowd was completely quiet for it, basically told us that this isn't working for him. I'm starting to think it was a mistake to break these two up. It was a mistake to break up Big Cass and Enzo Amore, because I don't care what they're doing with Big Cass now. And I don't care what they're doing with Enzo at all. So maybe, just maybe, we should work on getting them back together. I don't care if we turn Enzo Amore heel and we make that happen. But I don't know. I just feel like, as it's looking, these two are not done. They're going to continue having feuds with each other. I don't want to see anymore, especially after this terrible match. I don't. But that wasn't the thing that pissed me off the most. This next match, if you call it a match, is what pissed me off. Randy Orton versus Rusev. I told myself, I am cool with this match for one reason alone. I know Randy Orton is getting ready to leave. So this has to be the coming out party for Rusev, right? I mean, come on. Orton's getting ready to take a break. Rusev's going to stay. They have to make him look strong, right? And everybody was telling me, Alyx, man, come on now. It's Randy Orton. You really expect them to put Rusev over Randy Orton? Come on. And I'm thinking, you know what? Hold on for a minute. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's just wait and see, because Randy Orton's leaving. They're going to have Rusev stay. Why would they have him look weak, like in any sort of way, when they're losing Randy Orton and John Cena for the foreseeable future? And so Orton comes out and Rusev attacks him. And I'm thinking, yeah, and you go. He attacks him. He gets the advantage over him. So when he does beat him, you can make the excuse that he attacked Randy Orton from behind. I like this. And then Randy Orton can come back and they can continue their feud where Randy Orton can get his victory back, which is fine. But I'm liking how it's going. Rusev attacks Randy Orton. Randy Orton's standing up. He's groggy. Referee rings the bell. RKO out of nowhere. He beats him in 6 seconds. What is going on? I really, really do wish that we get a different head writer for SmackDown. Please. Please. I'm sorry. We need to get rid of Road Dogg. He needs to go. He needs to go. I'm not saying fire him completely from WWE. I don't care what job you give him. Just get him away from head writer of SmackDown. What idiot thought this was a good idea? What is wrong with the creative writers in WWE? Why would you approve this? I'm hearing rumors that Rusev is going to leave. Maybe that's why you decided to bury him. No. Let's get something straight. Barry Corbin was buried. Rusev was definitely buried. Okay? He's done. I don't care what they try to do with him going forward. He's done. So these rumors about him leaving, I hope it's true because he needs to get the hell out of there. This was embarrassing. How do you recover from this? You don't. It's over. It's over. It's done. His career is up in flames. And I don't understand. I don't understand what you get out of making him look so bad, knowing that Randy Orton is not going to be here. So I hope he's gone. Because if Rusev stays after this match, what the hell? This was an embarrassing way to book your talent. Road Dogg, please be a coach, be a promo coach. Go work on helping talent in NXT. Do something else. Just stop being a head writer because you suck. You suck, Road Dogg. It's true. You're terrible. You're awful. The New Day and the freaking Usos were on the pre-show, and then this crap was on the main card. You are awful. Please, do something else. Raw Women's Championship. We got Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. It was a decent match. I don't really have much to say about it. I feel like this match has been seen more times than it really should have been. I've seen them wrestle the same match probably more than I can remember, and I'm not really all that impressed. I'm not that impressed. Sasha Banks wins. Sasha Banks is your new women's champion. Her fourth. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four championship reigns since she debuted on the main roster. 2015 or 2016. I think it's 2000. No, I'm not too sure when she debuted, but it was a while. Regardless, no, it was 2015. I was right. Jesus Christ. 4 title reigns in 2 years. It's too much, man. But regardless, she's your new women's champion. Let's see what they do with her. She got booed badly here in Brooklyn. Not as bad as Bayley got booed, though. Ooh. Bayley got booed badly. Bayley needs to take a break. When I say take a break, I mean get off of TV. Because I'm sorry, hon. It ain't looking good for you. It ain't looking good. Next match was I think it was Demon Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Yeah, it was. The entrances were great. The match was decent. And that's all I gotta say. I loved Finn Balor's entrance. I thought the Demon and the whole spectacle of it, the blood on the Titantron as he came out, the way he used Bray Wyatt's song against him, he's got the whole world. That was great. Following that, I feel like I just watched a rematch of the Raw match. And this is the problem. That's why you don't give matches away before the event. I didn't think the match was all that special because I already saw it, you idiots. Bray Wyatt basically won the first one. Finn Balor won the second one. So I guess we got to do another one to determine who's the better man, right? Whatever. It'll probably happen tomorrow night on Raw. Watch it happen tomorrow night on Raw. And Finn Balor will beat him. Because screw Bray Wyatt. 50-50 booking, man. I hate it. I did like this match, though. I mean, when it comes to the Raw Tag Team Championships, Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. The only thing I gotta say is, Cesaro, you are God. Cesaro is one of the best men, one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen, and I hope he gets a title reign, especially after what he did tonight. I loved that somewhere in the middle of the match, the crowd was bored. They were tired. They were worn out. It's a freaking 6-hour show, so you can't blame them. But the beach ball came out. We all know what the beach ball is. Anytime one of these smart crowds get bored, they pull out the beach ball. As soon as the beach ball came out, Cesaro jumped out of the ring, ran into the audience, busted the beach ball, and ran back to the ring. I applaud you for that. Thank you. Thank you. It's about time fans realize that what that is when they get the beach ball out, as entertaining as it is for me because the show sucks, that is disrespectful for the wrestlers. It is disrespectful. So seeing Cesaro not take that, bust the beach ball before he even got a chance to fly, it was amazing. I love that. And for that, I hope WWE rewards him. He better get a freaking push. What else does he have to do? I'm serious. Like, he is doing everything he can to protect and, admire and support the business. And I feel like WWE isn't giving him enough credit at all. With that said, the match was good. I liked this tag match. Really did. I feel like all four men worked very well with each other. The fact that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins won is cool with me. It looks like they are going with the long con. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are your new tag team champions. Do I expect it to last long? Probably not. One of them is going to turn heel. And if I had to put money on it, it's going to be Dean Ambrose. And I can't wait for it. But right now, I'm cool with them being tag team champions. Maybe they can have a feud with the Hardys, the Woken Hardys or the Broken Hardys. I don't care. But let's see what happens with Ambrose Rollins going forward. But I would love to see them fight Revival and the Hardys. We have a United States Championship match. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens with special guest referee Shane McMahon. And this match was basically setting up Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens for the near future. That's all it was. It was basically Shane McMahon getting hit or pushed around by AJ and Kevin Owens and him pushing back. Every time there was a near fall, they turned around and blamed Shane McMahon. It's your fault. It's your fault. Why don't you count 3? Why don't you count faster? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And Shane said, I don't have to do anything. I'm the referee. But it came down to AJ Styles. Actually, what ended up happening was I think Kevin Owens hit a pop-up powerbomb. It was too close to the ring apron, so he was able to put his foot on the rope. But Shane McMahon counted 1, 2, 3 while his foot was on the rope by mistake. And then Kevin Owens thought he won the match. And then Shane McMahon basically said, sorry, no. It was my mistake. And Kevin Owens was like, what the hell are you doing? And AJ Styles capitalized on the distraction. Forearm. He hits his finisher. Styles clash. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is still your United States champion. And Kevin Owens is eventually going to go fight Shane McMahon. Let's see how that turns out to be. WWE Championship match. Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, a theme for this show that I noticed. Up to the United States Championship, every single title was changing hands. All of them. Women's championships changed hands. Tag Team Championship changed hands. Cruiserweight Championship changed hands. All of them changed hands. So I'm thinking, okay, well, one of these championships can't change hands, right? And I started figuring it out. It's probably going to be the WWE Championship. Now, the United States Championship, okay, that one was clear. That one wasn't going to happen. But I kind of had a feeling going into this match that Jinder Mahal was going to keep the belt. And as much as it hurts me to say this, it happened. Jinder Mahal beat Shinsuke Nakamura with the help of the Singh brothers. He beat him dirty. It was a dirty victory, but he beat Shinsuke Nakamura. Damn, that sucked. That sucks. All that momentum he had by beating John Cena. Clean. He beat the guy who tied Ric Flair's record clean. And he can't beat Jinder Mahal. But Randy Orton can. I get it. The story is when Jinder Mahal has help, he wins. Anytime he has to fight by himself, he loses. So the story is when he fights Shinsuke eventually by himself, he will lose that belt, which is fine with me. I'm not too upset about it because I know eventually Shinsuke Nakamura will be your WWE champion. He will. It just takes patience. I know you don't like the idea that it didn't happen here at SummerSlam. I agree with you. But be patient. It's going to happen. I promise you. Shinsuke will be WWE champion. It's just this wasn't the night for it. Some of you don't like that. I agree. I'm not mad at you. But still, I don't like it either. It's okay. We at least now have a story going forward. And the story is, can Jinder Mahal beat Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one? He won't. All right, let's get to the one match that really saved this show. If this show did not have this main event, I would easily call it one of the worst SummerSlams I've ever seen. Easily. Oh my God. When the best match on your show happened on the pre-show, you suck. If this main event did not happen, I was ready to slap a D on this show. But thank their lucky stars that we had a fatal four-way. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe versus Roman freaking Reigns. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we just saw another SummerSlam classic. This was a fantastic main event. I loved this main event. On Twitter, and I'll actually read you my Twitter. It's a reaction from Twitter. I basically said that this is like watching multiple car crashes happen back to back to back to back. And it was amazing. This was a car crash. These four superweights, these four heavyweights went in there and destroyed everything. Everything. Nothing was safe. Nobody was safe. It was like watching Godzilla versus King Kong versus Voltron versus I don't know, name somebody else big. Insert someone big that you know of. It was a big main event match. It had the hype, it had the build, and it delivered massively. Just going to read a couple of tweets to you because I feel like that's the best way to emulate how I felt. So the first tweet I have here is, again, up to this point, I was tired. I was ready to go to bed. The moment I saw Braun Strowman put Brock Lesnar through that first table, I said, well, damn, boys, I think we got a main event. And then he put him through the second table. And then that's when I said, I feel like I'm watching a series of car crashes happen back to back. And then next thing you know, we have the return of the flying wheelchair. I love Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is amazing. He is a godsend. This big, crazy man took a freaking wheelchair, just like he did against Roman Reigns in his last man standing match, hurled it across the outside area, and then I think he hit Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns at the same time. It was beautiful. I really like it when he uses those wheelchairs, man. It's so hilarious. And then, of course, this next tweet says, he is going to flip the table on Brock Lesnar. OMG. Braun Strowman is a monster. Yes. He flipped a table on Brock Lesnar. He flipped a freaking table on Brock Lesnar, put him on a stretcher, and then Brock Lesnar got a chance to take a break and not have to work as much to earn his $5 million a year. It was still awesome. They made Strowman look so good in this match. He looked so good. There was some spots with steel steps. I think Braun Strowman got cut up on the side here. I think one of the steel steps, him on the side, and cut him up. But Eventually, Brock Lesnar came back, and then him and Strowman. Anytime Brock Lesnar and Strowman got face to face, the crowd went crazy. I think that's a match we need to see eventually. Just those two. I think those two would have an excellent match by themselves. That might actually have to be the Survivor Series main event, maybe, because that would be live and I'm going to be there. Maybe. No. Okay. Definitely a SummerSlam classic. That was another tweet I said. And of course, Brock Lesnar retains by pinning Roman Reigns. People weren't happy about that. Let me just talk about this for a minute. I do believe that if there was ever going to be a time to get that belt off of Brock Lesnar, it should have been tonight. I do believe keeping it on him. Could we probably get someone else who's here to hold that belt? I get it. Brock Lesnar is a main attraction. He's a big-time main attraction. So him holding the belt makes the belt look important. I get that. But at the same time, I feel like you really could have given that belt to Braun Strowman, or most importantly, Samoa Joe, and they would have made that belt feel special too. That's just my opinion. But whatever, Brock Lesnar is still your Universal Championship. But I promise you, based off of the reaction he got, Braun Strowman is not finished with you. And I want that t-shirt. I want that t-shirt so badly. Hopefully it comes out. So yes, main event A. Absolutely. A. Grade A. Fantastic. One of the best SummerSlam matches I've ever seen. It was fantastic. It did not save the show. It didn't. Overall, the show, I can't imagine anybody sitting through the show again. If you sat through it, I'm sorry. I can't sit through the show again. You can't make me. There's no way in hell you will ever get me to sit through this show again. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen at all. It's terrible. It's awful that WWE have these awful freaking shows, man. These shows that are 6 hours, 7 hours long. And what's worse is it's going to be this long again because we got Royal Rumble coming up and WrestleMania. Royal Rumble is going to be 6 hours, and I guarantee you WrestleMania will be 7 hours. Please, someone get some sense in their freaking heads. WWE, cut these shows shorter, please. You don't have to have them be this long. You own the network. You own the network. They don't have to be this long. Well, what do we have to do? Are you making up for the lack of subscribers? Like, we have to make these shows longer to add in advertisements to make more money? Is that what it is? Because it's stupid and it's annoying the shit out of me. Please make these shows much, much shorter. Please. In terms of wrestling quality, I'm giving the show a C, average. It's basically a 6 hour Raw. It's a 6 hour Raw. I wouldn't watch this show again. I'm sorry to everybody that watched it. Give me your grades in the live chat. Let's go to the live chat, guys. Let's go to the live chat. Give me your thoughts about this show. How are you guys feeling about this? Because I cannot imagine how anybody could have sat through this. And I'm very happy to see OTRS Central joining us in the live chat here. Please subscribe to OTRS. He's a really good YouTuber. Lots of C's. It's just going crazy with C's. Oh, did I miss a super chat? Did anybody leave a super chat, by the way? Hopefully I didn't miss you if you left a super chat. I don't think you did. Doesn't look like I got a super chat. Otherwise, I would have saw it. Jesus Lord, man. D's, C, D's, B. Someone was nice to give it a B. Man. This is crazy. Guys, I'm sorry. Definitely a very weak SummerSlam, especially following an amazing NXT takeover. But I guess we have to come to the conclusion and just accept the fact that NXT takeovers are your new SummerSlams. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. If this is the first time you've seen me, please click that like button. Let's get this video to 300 likes. Again, hashtag 300 likes. And if you get it to even more or even higher, go higher. Get it to whatever freaking roof I can touch here on YouTube at this point. But thank you guys for watching. Like me on Facebook, subscribe and like me here on YouTube. Of course, follow me on Twitter if you want to catch my thoughts on wrestling while it's happening, because I tweet about every show, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, Lucha Underground, and all their wrestling shows out there. And if you want to help improve the brand, you can donate to my Patreon or my PayPal, whichever one you want to prefer. And of course, buy your Deluxe Man t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. I love you guys. You're awesome. I'll catch you guys next time here in Deluxe Man's World when I'm not as excited, or when I'm not as tired. More excited, excuse me. Yeah, much more excited. I'm botching my words because I'm too tired, but when I'm not as tired and I'm a lot more energetic. But thank you guys for watching. You're awesome. I'm out of here. Peace out.